I got in trouble with the South Australian authorities again. Not the police this time. So I was down at Cape Jaffa and I was flying the drone along behind the Land Cruiser, going along that foreshore track. And the reason I was on the foreshore and not the beach is because when I got to that part of the track where the beach access was, it actually didn't look like there was much beach for me to drive on, so I just took the foreshore track. And then as I kind of got around the Cape, the beach opened up and I probably could have been down there. But anyway, I was on the foreshore track and I had the drone following me along in active track mode. And anyway, I've come around, and the camera doesn't show it because it's up above and looking down, so it doesn't show. There was a steep pitch as I turned left, and I still had 40 psi on my tyres, so the tyres were still fully inflated. And I wouldn't have done that if I was on the beach. I was just on the foreshore track. Anyway, I've turned to go up this steep little pinch, but because I got 40 psi in my tyres, obviously the cruiser just bogged down, and rather than just bury it, I thought, okay, I'll just stop and let the air out of the tyres. It's coming down there, had to turn a corner, had no momentum. I got 40 psi in my tyres, so I'm just in the process of dropping the psi, and I'll throw the drone. I'll throw the drone back up. Probably should have come along the beach. I was giving myself a whole heap of bush pinstripes on the Land Cruiser, so I probably should have come up the beach. Anyway, big bike adventures, big Land Cruiser adventures. I don't know, just adventures. I just didn't hit that hard enough. And then, actually what was happening was a car coming the other way. I didn't see him until I got to here, but the drone shot probably saw it. He's gone now, so I can't get out of this. Something wrong with me for starters, but it shouldn't be a drama. It's just a gentle uphill, but it's really, really soft, and I've got no momentum. So what I'll try and do is get around the corner, and then I'll back down there and just hit it. Cruiser will do it, no worries. It's been across the desert, so no worries, I'm not concerned. And when I stopped, there was another drone flying around. I quickly pulled mine down out of the sky because there was another drone and I actually wasn't flying it. And then I deflated the tyres, and then by that time the other drone had gone. So I put Doris back up in the air, and then I got some footage of me driving out of the steep little pinch. Just no problem at all for the Land Cruiser with the tyres down, no dramas at all. But then I went for a drive, but there was the ruins of the lighthouse and the lighthouse keeper's property there, so I did a U-turn and I went back, and as I was going there, this car was coming out, and in the car were two guys from South Australian National Parks or Conservation or whatever they call it. They're flagging me down, and but it was I thought they were waving at first because I'm saying, you go that way and I'll go. Anyway, I was trying to work out. Anyway, they were waving at me in a fashion that said, "Stop, we want to talk to you." Anyway, they've I've jumped out of the car and I've gone talking to them, and they've gone, "I'll get your drone down because you're not supposed to be flying drones in a conservation park. Massive fines." I went, oh, well, someone else was just flying a drone around. So, yeah, well, that was us. So, but we were doing survey work. I went, okay. And said, so we're not going to fine you because, we were flying the drone too. I went, okay. And I said, no problem, I'm from Queensland, just trying to understand the regulation, no drama. And he's going, yep, no sweat. He said, you can't fly the drones in the conservation area because there's predatory birds around and it disturbs them. Funny. I went, okay, yep, I said I don't fly mine when there's predatory birds around anyway, because I don't want to lose my drone. They've gone, yep, no, they're quite happy to attack that. And then he said, you can fly the drone on the beach. Oh, here come all the bunnies. There's another one just there. He said, another one, heaps of them. Okay, it's bunny time today, 3:30. And then he said, you can fly the drone along the beach, which was right beside the conservation area. And I'm thinking, okay. So if I'm on the beach and I've got the drone up behind me, or I'm flying the drone around the beach, I can't fly it into the conservation area, which is fine. But I gotta say, I am really, really impressed with how smart these South Australian predatory birds are, because obviously they know that there's a barrier between the beach and the conservation park that they can't go over. How good's that? I'm just so impressed with that. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at it going, okay. And I just, you know me, I'm not a troublemaker. So anyway. So that's what happened. I got in trouble again by the national park people. So, I don't, like, sorry, okay, I won't do it again. But I am allowed to fly along the beach, and the predatory birds aren't allowed to come and attack my drone while it's on the beach. So I hope someone told them that.